you've been falling for so long. But the more you try to work it out, it seems you're going around in circles. But your best is yet to come. Activating success. Activating success. Activating success. Activating success.
Activating Success with Love Idoko.
Welcome to a new and inspiring episode of Activating Success. Today is a great day. Get excited about your life. It is possible to be whoever you want to be. I'm so excited today because today's episode is inspiring and motivating. Now, I'd like to encourage someone watching me right now. It is possible to be whoever you want to be, in spite of the challenges, in spite of where you failed, in spite of what has happened to you, in spite of who mistreated you, in spite of who did not love you, in spite of where you failed. It is possible to get up and pick the pieces of your life and do something with your life. Nobody is going to remember you for being a beautiful lady. Nobody will remember you for being a handsome man. You will only be remembered for what you have done with your life. Every time there's a problem, it's an opportunity for relevance. Every time there's a problem, it's an opportunity to make money. Money flows where there is solution. Look for where to solve a problem. Be a solution to someone's problem, and your world will celebrate you. Instead of looking for money, look for a problem to solve. And that takes me to a very inspiring story I'd like to share with us in a few minutes. I remember the story of John Stephen Akhwari of Tanzania, who went to represent his country in the 1968 Olympic Games in Mexico. John Stephen Akhwari of Tanzania started the marathon race. And shortly after he started, he fell. He broke his knee. But he got up and still tried to continue the race. A winner was declared. About an hour after the game ended, John Stephen Akhwari managed to get to the finish line. Some of the spectators had left, and someone rushed to him and said, "Why did you try and strive to get to the finish line? You tripped and fell over an hour ago. Why did you still try to get to the finish line?" John Stephen Akhwari of Tanzania said, "My country did not send me over 12,000 miles to start a race. They sent me to finish the race. It is not enough to start something. You must finish what you have started. Like I always say, nobody greets you well done for laying the foundation of your house. You will only be greeted well done for the completion of your house. Your exit in life will always be celebrated longer than your entry. Wherever you are today, make up your mind to finish whatever you have started, because you will only be rewarded, you will only be recognized, and you will only be celebrated for what you finish. Don't go away. Stay right there. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Activating Success with Love Idoko.
Welcome back. Today we're honored and glad to have someone who has an inspiring story. She is an auto mechanic. I believe that her story will inspire you today. Join me as I welcome Chioma Igwe to Activating Success. Welcome to Activating Success.
Thank you so much, love.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm meeting you for the first time today, interestingly.
Yeah.
I actually saw you on a friend's post on your birthday. She was wishing you happy birthday. And I was so inspired. I was like, how come this is a female and she's an auto mechanic? How did you start?
Should I say? Okay, it's a long story.
Summarize it.
Okay. I would say personally, an inspiration to myself to start with. Although it's not like other people's work don't inspire me. And it's not like I don't get inspired by some other person's achievements or what they do. But for me, my background growing up, I just had to be my own inspiration. And then I've always had this thing. I like to do unique things. I don't like to do what everybody's doing. That's one thing about me. My job now is not even what I studied in school. It's a skill I acquired. After school, NYSC, nothing. I said
amazing, you're a graduate.
Yes.
What did you study?
Public admin.
Oh, amazing.
I graduated from Uni Abuja in 2015.
Wow.
Yes, and I served in Akwa Ibom.
Amazing.
18 and local government.
Wow.
So in fact, I was into catering. Let me not lie.
Oh.
Please. I cook food though. In fact, I used food to graduate through school. It was what
amazing.
I was doing in school. I started with moi moi and jollof rice. So after school, I knew that was not what I was good at it, but I wasn't getting that fulfillment. I was getting money, I won't lie. But then I knew that I wasn't doing what I was born to do. That's the truth. I just knew that there's this part of me, there's a calling that I am not magnifying. I remember how I used to go under cars when I was 10, 14, 15.
Amazing.
Yes, I just love technical things. Like if I see a pole, I want to know what is in this pole. If I see an electrical equipment, I just want to touch it. I want to be under a car. I don't know what I'm doing there. I want to roll tire. You see that children play?
Yeah, with tires. No, I didn't.
I'm the champion. You cannot even like say you want to win the race with me when I'm rolling that tire. So it was already there. It was a magnet. It was magneting me, but I was avoiding it, and I was not happy. Honestly, I was not happy until I woke up one day. There is this mechanic workshop at Gwagwalada then. So I went to the man. I said, "Sir, I want to learn this skill." He just looked at me and said, "How? I better go sit down. If you don't get job now, it doesn't mean you will not get. Don't worry." I said, "No, sir. It is not because I'm looking for a job. It is because this is what I want to do to fulfill my passion in life." And he was like, go. I left. I came back the next day. He said, "Can I even pay the amount it requires to start acquiring
the skill?" Yeah.
I looked at him and I was like, "Sir, how much?" He said 400,000. I said, "Wait, no, let's calm down. I just want to learn. It's not like, I will bring things." He said, "No, that's really." That was the first discouragement I had. I let it go. I didn't go back. I still continued struggling. So one day again, I went back to the man. The man said, "You, this girl, okay, come. You see this machine? It's a wheel balancing machine. I'm going to give you 1 week to learn how to use it. If after 1 week you cannot balance a car wheel, then I cannot take you as an apprentice." He put me under pressure, and I started. After 1 week, I did wheel balancing. He saw me the way I was, the way I put the tire on the machine, and everything that I've been taught. And he's like, And I'm on the big side, but then I'm very smart. Like, look at me, I am moving, my body is moving, because already my mind is moving. My mind was already pushing me towards getting this thing for myself and doing it. So, and that was how I started.
Amazing. This is so inspiring. I believe you're getting inspired right now. I'd like to take you back to some of the things she said. She said that she wanted to be different. I remember what Dr. Miles Monroe said, that you are born an original, do not die a copy. The fact that something is working for Mr. A or Mrs. A does not mean that that same thing will work for you. Be yourself, dare to be different. And she also said that she was intentional about her life. She knew what she wanted to get out of life. Make up your mind. The day you make up your mind about your life, that day your world will change. True. I'm getting too inspired here. Okay, back to this talk now. Okay, so how has been your experience?
Okay, so the first 6 months into the training, it was very tough because my boss he made me understand that now it is not just on this machine. You have to learn other things like servicing and slacking of tire nuts and all those nut bottom plates and all. And then he said, I'm looking at your fingers, they are very tiny. And you cannot only learn this one. These things comes general. Now in mechanical, we have different departments. So a lot of people ask me if I can work on engine. I say, no, I don't work on engine. I'm into full car service and maintenance. What I do is wheel balancing, alignment. These are like basic things you have to do on your car. It's just like as a woman, how you have to apply your body cream just to maintain the car. So now I'm good in this one. That's how he now kept training me. It was not easy. There are days I have to stay up awake watching on YouTube because my colleagues then, you know, they have this skill but are not that enlightened, so they cannot tell me things in details. Now you're teaching me this thing, I don't know, you're not really telling me this is this for this, you understand? Let's say for instance now, why do we need wheel balancing for a car? They did not tell me deeply, and my boss is not always around to tell me, so I had to go and
make an extra effort to find out.
Effort, you understand? I made extra effort. I had sleepless night now because it's not something I studied in school. So now I have to do the study myself. I got some books on mechanicals and started studying. If my boss sometimes he sees me doing some things, he's shocked. Like, is it that you've acquired this skill somewhere before now? I say no, sir. I've never had an experience on any of these things for one day until the first day I stepped my foot and he gave me the opportunity to try and prove myself. And he said, because you are doing it like you've had an idea. You know when you have an idea doing something and maybe you are not always doing it and maybe you now get the opportunity to, you just do it. So that's how it was for me. I said, because already I'm willing, my mind was already made up, I was prepared. I knew within me that this is what I wanted. And I'm very intentional. I was saying to myself, Chioma, you know what you want. And trust me when I tell you this, I have never been happier than I am now. Like, you know when you've always wanted to do something and then you get the opportunity to do it. And then the challenges that comes with it are much. Sometimes my male colleagues, because I'm the only woman, like I'm the only one. There's no, if there are females around the workshop is maybe cashier, secretary. I'm the only one, so most times they want to bully me. Yes, because sometimes when customers see me, they're overwhelmed. Like, how? As you look, how do you even move? Because some people see with my body, they think I'm not flexible. Me, I'm very smart with my body. I don't even allow it to dull me. I'm always moving. You understand? So some customers, after I work for them, they tip me. My colleagues it doesn't get that well with them. They're always not happy. They're always trying to even condemn my work. And then there are some customers that don't like me. Yes. They tell me, yeah, I beg, don't allow that girl touch my clothes, I beg. I beg, no use woman hand. That sometimes that thing gets to me, but I've grown thick skin over it. And some customers say, I beg, no let woman. I beg, I don't know woman hand. Like, woman hand, I don't understand. Woman,
it's just their personal opinion. It has nothing to do with you.
True, yes. But then it still gets to me. Like I feel
definitely
that I'm not fit. Sometimes it makes me feel like I'm unworthy to be there. And love, let me tell you, I am even stronger than the men. This thing I'm not bragging. You need to come and see me working. I work for hours. I can stand. I can be on my toes working from 8 to 8 p.m. The only time is I just need to eat and drink water. But then there are the men that the men will call them, you man, or you use man hand, tired. They will get tired. Sometimes my boss relies on me to get some jobs done. So
I'm getting inspired here.
Yeah,
I'm getting seriously inspired because there's nothing as powerful as doing something that you love to do. If you do what you love to do and you're consistent in what you love to do, you will be rewarded. people will look for you. And the day your story will change, it will be like a dream. I believe that you are getting inspired right now. This is incredible. Whatever you do, put your mind to it. Like she said, even though she was being taught what to do, she went on YouTube, she went to read up so many things. I heard someone say before that you cannot use a 19th century weapon to fight a 20th century battle. That you know it yesterday does not give you automatic victory today. You must consistently update your knowledge, read books, learn new things, and I believe that your world will change. Don't go away, stay right there. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Activating success with Love Idoko.
Welcome back. In case you just tuned in, this is Activating Success with Love Idoko, and we have been speaking with Chioma Igwe. She is an auto mechanic. Chioma, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much.
We have been so inspired.
Thank you.
Yeah, talking about your experiences, life experiences. Every one of us have gone through very unpleasant experiences at some point in our life. Some people learn from their own experiences, some learn from other people's experience. So I believe you've gone through very unpleasant circumstances at some point in your life. Tell me, what was your most challenging experience in life?
This is deep. Well, I've healed, so
Yes, and tell us what you learned from it.
Yes. Before, what I'm about to share, before I cannot share it without breaking down. So, first of all, I was abused as a girl child. Yes, because of my kind of body. At 8, I was already looking 16. Yes, I had that kind of body. You see me that I'm already shapy. So 7, 8, I was already molested and abused. But the memories are still like yesterday. But then, I still moved on. So, when I was 19, I was pregnant, I had a baby. In fact, I had the baby and the baby died. So it's traumatic because from where I'm coming from, the abuse and all, it messed up your mind. Yes, I was pained. I didn't even know. At some point, I almost committed suicide. I will not lie, because that's why there was no point. The pain was too much, you know. Coming from where you have nobody looking out for you, it's just you out there, because my parents are no more, and then
your parents are no more.
Yes. But it's really weighed me down. It's a part of my life that I never thought I could. I never thought I would actually heal from it. But luckily for me, I found myself. I knew I needed to find myself. I knew that deep down inside me somewhere, there's this part of me that has a light that wants to shine. And then the more I was dwelling in the past and the things I've been through and the people that have done the things they did, normally people would hurt you. That one is sure, but then it hurts more when it's from your close relatives, you know.
People you trust.
People you love. And then these things happen and they are nonchalant about it. And you know it's just you yourself, and you just have only yourself to lean on. Truly, you in life, it's only you and yourself. You only have yourself to lean on. I know this, I'm testifying, because I had only myself. I did not grow up having people to lean on. So that's how I knew I was a survivor. And that's how I knew that I wasn't fulfilling the part of me. I work Sunday to Sunday. That's how much I love my job. I don't want you to even look for me. I don't want one day to pass and I say I do not service car. I think, see, any day I'm sick, love, let me just tell you, just call me. Chioma, just come. There's one car in service. I think I'll feel better. Any day.
This is amazing.
Yes, any day you just say, it's like, Chioma, you feel fine. Just say, Chioma, can you change brake pad? I'll wake up. That's how much I love what I do.
Wow.
Seriously.
This is a story of a never give up spirit. This is incredible. I am so inspired today. And in case you're watching us right now and then you're telling yourself, I've been through a lot, nobody loves me, nobody cares about me. You heard what she said. It is your problem, it is your life. You must take responsibility for your life. You have only one life to live. Don't worry about who didn't love you. Don't worry about who cheated you. Don't worry about who mistreated you. Don't worry about where you failed. Don't worry about what is not working. It is your life. Don't live your life telling stories that it was because I lost my father. It was because I lost my mother. It was because life did not treat me in a good way. It is your life. What will you be remembered for? You will only be remembered for what you have done with your life. Nobody really cares about you. That's the truth. Everybody has his or her problem.
Exactly.
Everybody has their problem. So nobody cares about you. So stop waiting for people to come and cheer you up. Stop waiting for people to come and help you. You must get up and do something positive with your life. Back to Chioma. So in case somebody is watching you right now and the person is discouraged about life, is frustrated, is depressed, what word of encouragement do you have for such a person?
Okay. First of all, I always encourage people to be intentional. If you are intentional, you just know the right thing to do at the right time. I'm not saying that there are not days that you get weary. It's allowed. But you need to pick up yourself because it is only you for yourself. Even though you have a spouse, a partner, parents, they can only do what they can do.
True.
So at the end of the day, you only have yourself to rely on. So if you're watching me, if you're watching us today, please be intentional with your life. Just be positive. Believe in what you can do for yourself. Start with yourself before others. Like my life, I've always been the one talking to myself because I read books. So books actually helps. So if you are the kind of person, if you don't know how to read, start reading. Reading is very, very important. Reading takes you to another world and brings you back. Reading inspires you. Reading helps you to find you. I don't think I would have found myself if I hadn't read some books. Truly, I will not lie. I give credit to books, actually good books. So today, I will not lie, my heart is filled with so much joy that I'm here because it's like a dream come true.
Amazing.
Yes, already like a dream.
I am so touched by this interview and I believe you're learning a lot from Chioma's story. She said some people just live their lives without doing anything, not looking up to anything. Like I said earlier, you have only one life to live. Don't just put a spell on yourself. Don't give up on life and say, I can never get here, I can never do this. The difference between a conductor and a bank manager is not the size of their head, but the content of their head. They have the same head. The same head a conductor has is the same head a bank manager has. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, be the best at what you do. If you make hair, make it so well that the first lady of your state or your country will look for you. If you're an auto mechanic, put in your passion and all the great people in your country, in your town will look for you. If you're a street sweeper, sweep the street so well that your government will look for you and give you the job to get people to clean the environment. Whatever you do, make sure it is world class and people will always celebrate you. People will always look for you and you will be rewarded. It is time to get up and change your story. I've been so inspired today and I believe you have been also. Join us, same station, same time next week. And also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Activating Success with Love Idoko on YouTube. See you same time next week. Thank you.
been trying to figure